Hi, I'm here with John Shorey, author of Hockey Made Easy, and we get questions all the time. And one of the questions that we are getting is, let's say I was a new coach, okay? And I got a notice from the league that I've been appointed as a new coach. What do I do, John?
Okay, Joe, well that's a big responsibility. You're a new coach just coming into the league, and there is a lot of preparation that I suggest has to go on. You've got to think about, all right, it's going to be in the fall, you're going to have a new team, you're going to have new players, but having said that, you want to also think about, you need assistant coaches and you need a trainer, a qualified trainer. So during the summer, you want to think about that. And then when the fall comes, or whenever you pick the team, you'll pick your players, your 12 or 15 players, and more than likely, one of the fathers or so will have the credentials to be an assistant coach, so you might want to bring him on board. A mother nowadays is becoming the general manager. They're the GMs of a new team, and a trainer. And then once you don't need to have those in place right away. Wait till you get your team and see who the players are. Once you've selected your players, then you can see the parents and see if anyone's interested in that job. But then after that, you've got to think about your practices. You've got to think about how are you going to form lines? How are you going to have your defense pairings? You want one goalie or two goalies? How are you going to rotate them? So there is a lot of things you've got to consider when you become the head coach of a team.
So let's be a little bit more specific. You mentioned something, picking players. Now, how do I go and pick players? I mean, do they give me a list, or do they give me something that these kids can do?
I would think if you're a house league, if you're a new coach, my guess is you're going to be a house league coach, and they will give you maybe a list of 60 players that are trying out, and it'll go to a draft, or they'll be on the ice, and you'll get first, second, third, or fourth pick. And the first pick says, "Oh, I want to pick number 17 as my first pick." That comes to you and say, "Well, I think number 77 is good. I'm going to make him my first." And it just go around until each team gets the 12 or 15 players from what you see on the ice as skating ability, maybe shooting ability, carrying the puck. They may scrimmage, they may not. I'm not sure about that. But you have to look at the players on the ice, and you get a chance to pick the ones that are left after everyone is picked.
Okay, now in Hockey Made Easy, I think in one of our conversations you mentioned off ice and on ice practicing.
Yep.
What sort of breakdown are you suggesting that they do?
Okay.
I know it depends upon how high they are in the league. Or
well, if you're in Adam or Pee Wee, even in house league, I suggest. Ice time is so expensive, and it's hard to get. To get practice ice is very, very hard. You may have to go out of town. So what I've been suggesting in the book, our Hockey Made Easy manual here, this has a lot of detail into what you can do to help your team. And I suggest you go to a school and see if you can rent a gym for an hour, or an hour and a half once a week, a Wednesday night from 6 to 7:30, and then you're there as a team. You can go over things. You can go over shooting. You can go over passing, how to play one-on-ones. It costs a fraction of what ice time really costs.
That's right.
And you get all the ideas, the mental ideas, the skill level, that has to be taught at this age group. So I highly recommend trying to find a hall or a school gym that you can get for a reasonable amount of price. The players or their parents might throw in $2 a piece or whatever, depending on the number you have to pay for it. It won't be free, but it'll be certainly a lot cheaper than $250 an hour for ice time.
That's right.
You look at our website, hockeymadeeasy.com, and you will see what you can get at a very, very reasonable price for you.
Well, that sounds really good, John, and thanks for dropping in, and especially, for all you new coaches out there, give us a shout if you got problems, and if you look just below the screen, you'll see that there's an email address for John Shorey, and he's glad to give you some help anytime. Thanks, John, for dropping in.
Thanks, Joe, for having me.